Oh, I have Mark Rober pulled up here because I didn't know this, but Mark Rober made this video, I need one more subscriber.
I'm about to hit!
Oh, wait. Sorry, not that one. Wrong one. Where was it? Where's his 30 million subscriber one? This one. I need one more subscriber.
I'm about to hit 30 million subscribers! There's almost 50 left! There it is! Oh, gosh! Now there's almost 10 left! We hit it!
I'll explain more in a minute, but I'm showing you the video first.
Yeah! Let's freaking go! Now for the grand finale! What you just saw, but 30 times bigger! 3 more subscribers! 2! 1! Somebody subscribe!
So he did this.
About to hit.
He did this short. It got 197 million views. This was 3 months ago. He is now at 52 million subscribers. 53 million. This one video, which he has now done twice since then, got him 23 million subs in 3 months. He is the #1 most subscribed over that time period. I think just behind Mr. Beast. It's unbelievable how efficient Shorts is for subscribers. Now, I don't think it has any effect on views or anything, but it is crazy how it farms subs. I think it's a tier 1 Lintel. You should post a short like this onto your channel to test it. Yeah, but that still had quite a bit of effort into it, just making like the little balls pop off. Mine would literally just be me like standing on a chair like, I'm about to hit random number, I'm 1 subscriber away, subscribe! And then I'll start hitting the SpongeBob or something. Like, I don't think mine would have the same effect. I just find it fascinating, though. Because that is crazy growth. Like, actually outrageous growth. Look at the views on the shorts, though. Oh, I know. The shorts views is disgusting. Shorts is an actual cheat code for it. But the thing is, like, when you get a lot of shorts subs, they don't really go over here to, like, the videos. So his views haven't changed all that much in the last few months. Like, he's still unbelievably popular and successful, but they haven't had, like, this crazy bump, at least not from what I can tell, from the shorts growth. But man, it is still crazy though to see that number go up like that. Hey Boom, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. What's the payout per 1,000 views on shorts? I don't know. I don't do shorts. I would imagine though it's probably like a penny per 1,000. I think for like 1 million views you can get like $100 maybe. No, not even. Probably less than that. Like from the AdSense. Thanks, Resub Joel. Ooh, that's exciting, Jay. Cool. YouTube algorithm probably only gives subs from shorts recommendations to more shorts. That's kind of what I think too, but I have no idea. Did you see the Roaring Kitty livestream earlier? And have you ever looked into the XL Championship and Andrew the Annihilator's domination? Yes and yes. Roaring Kitty had almost 700,000 concurrent viewers earlier, and I do know about XL Championships. Thanks, membership bras. How bad is it going to be when Twitch ups the price of subs and all the auto resubs are turned off? I have no clue. Probably pretty big across the board would be my guess. Oh, did Boom mention how much it is for shorts? Sorry, I didn't see it. 300 million views on shorts is a few $1,000s. Okay. So we can kind of extrapolate based on that. He's not making a killing from shorts, at least not with AdSense. But I think the idea is if you can pump up your sub numbers enough, like 23 million subs, you would expect at least some of them to start going over here to see more of your shit. So that's kind of the idea behind it, I think. Or maybe it's just cooler to have bigger number. Yeah, bigger number make brain happier, perhaps. I don't know, maybe I will try it. I don't think it'll work, though. I think there's been quite a few people that have done this since Mark Rober exploded from it. I just don't think they do the same as Mark's. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it, just to see. But that'll be the most embarrassing video I've ever made. I was talking to Lud. Lud said he did a short that got him 400,000 subs, but literally no change in views. So I feel like that's going to be the same across the board. Thanks for membership, Nathan. No, I don't think the game's a scam, Jay. I think that'll probably come out eventually. Thanks, Prime Finish. Do I want a baseball signed by Babe Ruth for 30k? No, I'll tell you what I do want, though, is a Magic the Gathering Arabian Nights booster box. So if you can procure that for me, that'd be great. That's fucking impossible to find, except for a couple unreliable places on eBay. For a ridiculous cost. Thanks to Tier 1 Demised. What about a signed headshot of me? I'll pass, but thank you, Cowboy. Are you going to play Body Cam? It just released. There's so many Body Cam games. Which one? Oh, it's just called Body Cam. Okay, maybe I will. Man, there's so many games I want to play now. Okay, so I think here's the plan. Tomorrow, Modern Horizons 3. I'm definitely going to be opening a lot of those on stream. From Modern Horizons 3, I'll move into demos. So I'll do Anoitra, and I'll do Bloodborne Cart. Well, actually, Bloodborne Cart's full release, isn't it? It's called Nightmare Cart, but you know it's Bloodborne. Actually, how about this? Modern Horizons 3, into Anoitra demo, into Body Cam. Well, I guess it depends on how long the demo is for Anoitra. Well, play by ear. There's a resub light, and Prime Chemical, and Junior. You gonna play Commander with Post Malone by any chance? I'd like to. I'd really like to. I just finished the Satoru Umezawa deck. I'll be playing that pretty soon. We have a lot of Commander games planned for the channel. Larry O'Connor, Ohio businessman and billionaire, told Wall Street Journal last week about his plans to prove that a dive to the Titanic wreckage site can be done safely when proper engineering is employed. Shortly after news broke in 2023 of Titan's suspected implosion, Connor called up Triton submarine CEO Patrick Leahy, who had publicly criticized OceanGate's safety practices and called its CEO predatory, and insisted they could and should make something better. Well, that's definitely a good start, but also you don't need to go see the Titanic wreckage. It's not something you should do, but it is something you could. Like, you can do that, but why? You don't need to. Like, it's not like it's humanity's obligation to have submersibles go see the Titanic whenever we want. Thanks for the membership, Brandon. The ocean needs more sacrifices. Yeah, to keep the Atlanteans satiated. Connor said, "You know what we need to do is build a sub that can dive to Titanic-level depths repeatedly and safely and demonstrate to the world that you guys can do that and that Titan was a contraption." Yeah, but, like, why? Like, everyone knows we can. We could absolutely make that. The reason this happened is because it was a fucking doohickey. OceanGate created a goddamn fucking gizmo that was not at all equipped to handle that kind of pressure. And it was operated by a very less than optimal pilot for it. But we all know you can. You don't need to prove it. It's like he took it personal. He saw that the submersible imploded and he fucking threw his arms up and he went, "Damn it! He ruined our reputation." That son of a bitch! I never had a favorite character, Laura. I just really liked Beast Wars. We'll go over the San Diego police guy in a moment. That one's fucking degenerate. Connor and Triton subs did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Here's what we know so far about the newest Titanic-bound submersible. Larry Connor is an entrepreneur and founder of the Connor Group, a luxury real estate company based in Dayton, Ohio. His net worth is $2 billion, and the real estate portfolio is worth $5 billion. He's a known explorer, having previously voyaged to Mariana Trench in the International Space Station. Holy shit. And he told news outlets he wants to prove that a deep-sea submersible can be made safely and such a trip can be done without disaster. Yeah, we know. Again, you don't have to prove yourself. I don't know why he took that guy's death so personally. Like it was a blemish on his own personal exploration record. Thanks to Resub Nathan and Emily and Omnipresence and the membership Chilmastly and the membership Monk. Any plans for more Commander games? Yep, there's going to be a lot more Commander games. Very, very many more. Thanks to Resub Pards. Check out the submersible he's riding in. It's called the Triton 4002 Abyssal Explorer, and it looks straight out of Subnautica. Let me take a peek. That's a great name. That sounds like it's ready to fucking fight the Kraken. Oh, we can talk about that Lego set, actually. Give me a minute, Linder. I did see it. So is this the concept art, or is it actually made?
I think over time, Stockton just realized that the only way we were going to be able to help humanity unlock the secrets of the ocean was to get past the regulations and just prove that it could be done as safely as possible.
What happened on June 18th may have proved something very different. Stockton Rush, CEO of OceanGate Expeditions, piloted a submersible named Titan
really,
on a
Mr. H?
mission
I'll
to
check
view
that
the
out.
wreck of the Titanic. Hours later, the tight
I know the
environment
history
of
here.
the deep ocean are made.
So I'm guessing that's just the concept right now. It does look cool. This looks like something Batman would have in his cave. It is nice. It could protect Gotham, no doubt. So what is it called? The Rally? Okay, I'll check it out. And then I'll bring up the Lego set. Connor told Wall Street Journal he'll be working with Triton Submarines, a company that builds submersibles for sea exploration at various depths. The trip will be the Triton 4002 Abyss Explorer with a $20 million price tag. The two-person craft is described on Triton's website as the world's deepest diving acrylic sub, boasting the ability to descend over 13,000 feet. Leahy, the CEO, co-founded Triton with the now-retired Bruce Jones, the former of whom plans to accompany Connor on his mission. Patrick has been thinking about and designing this for over a decade, but we didn't have the materials and technology. You couldn't have built this sub 5 years ago. I feel like I could build that. Maybe not out of the same material, but Legos perhaps. It's a cool looking design. What does it use? Fucking adamantium? What did we not have 5 years ago? I don't see anything about its materials. Did I miss it? Or maybe it's like a secret. They have to keep the materials a secret. It uses new elements that haven't yet been revealed to the public. Fucking meteorite metal. Thanks to Prime Kiernan. Hey, congrats on the apartment, Cactus. More info on their website, on Triton's website. All right, let me take a peek. Oh, I even got it like butterfly doors. Well, never mind. I'm a fucking idiot. Those weren't the doors. Those were like the wings opening. All right. Let's see what we got. Let me take a peek at the blueprints. I'll go ahead and confirm whether or not this will survive the journey. I'm quite the engineer myself. While diving, the protected gull wing design provides an unrivaled versatility of operation. With the wings retracted, the submersible is streamlined for ascent and descent and capable of maneuvering around incredibly tight spaces. The low placement of the lighting and cameras is ideal for macro work, scientific observation, or close filming. With the wings partially deployed, the Triton Abyssal Explorer's Silent Glide feature enables the submersible to track objects, maintain a heading, and glide towards points of interest without engaging its 8 direct drive thrusters. But what is it made out of? Here we go. Nope, this is different. This is the direct dive. Boring! Don't care. I want to learn more about the Triton 4002. Just keep saying it's an acrylic sub. Hey, say what you will about the OceanGate guy, but at least he was very transparent with the materials it uses. It used bubble gum, scrap metal, and a little bit of plywood. And you know what? Didn't pan out super well, but at least he told us what it was made out of. He gave us the recipe. These guys are keeping it to themselves. It's very selfish. And a Logitech controller. Super true. Super true. Oh, wait. Oh, this is just the same thing. It's just different modes. I thought this was like a different model. Because they said the Blue Planet 2 here, and I was like, oh, okay, it must be about the Blue Planet 2. But no, this is all just the different modes. Here we go, flexible architecture. The electrical and mechanical systems on the Triton 4002 Abyssal Explorer have been specifically designed for flexibility and integration of mission-specific equipment. Ample available penetrations, flexible electronic bays, gas and hydraulic connections, and multiple hard mounting points allow up to 500 kilograms of your equipment to be integrated with and controlled from within the submersible. The sub's generous payload and flexible electronic setting. Oh, it still doesn't tell me what it's made out of, though. Why are they trying to sell me on it? I'm not buying it. Is this going to be, like, commercially available for 20 mil a pop? Here we go. The technical specification. These mean nothing to me. The variable ballast 250L. You got it. I know not what these words mean, only that they are words. Well, I mean, I know what height and weight means. When is it story time? Okay, you know what? I'll tell you a little story. Lie down in your bed, I'll tuck you in, snug as a bug in a rug. So, Troy, the other half of the Gentlemen, our band, his girlfriend has a mother. That's not the most important part of the story, but it's most people have a mother, and she plays the lottery every week, and has played the lottery every week for, I think it was 20 years. She plays the same numbers every single week, and has done so for about 2 decades. Now, Troy and his girlfriend are in New Zealand. The mother is also in New Zealand. And for 20 years, she has played the New Zealand lottery with the same numbers. A month ago, those numbers came up. And Troy and his girlfriend lost their fucking mind. They went crazy celebrating. Holy shit, your mom just won millions. I don't know what the jackpot was, but millions. So his girlfriend calls her mom ecstatic, super happy. And it turns out her mom, in one of the very rare times that she does this, did not go get lottery tickets with those numbers because it was raining and she didn't want to make the trip. A legitimate once-in-a-lifetime opportunity missed because of a light drizzle. And Troy and I were talking about it. Troy said to me that he wouldn't be able to live with that guilt if it was him. He'd probably kill himself. And I said, same. I don't know how I would go on living knowing that the luckiest possible thing that could happen to you would have happened to you if you just followed the routine. But her mom took it like such a champ, such a fucking warrior, that she just said, guess it wasn't meant to be. And I believe she went back to playing the same numbers again, and is still currently playing every single week. Same numbers, even though they've already come up and will never come up again. It's like a story out of an anime. There's a little story for you. That's one I haven't told yet. Troy told me that about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, And I was flabbergasted. I felt so bad. Like, I felt bad for them. The mom's totally fine with it, I guess. But, man, that was crushing just to hear. Thanks, Billy. And it was fun to do, Rin. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I know about First Descendant. I haven't played it. The real story will be when the numbers come up again and she wins. That'd be the good ending, but I really don't see that happening. I really don't think that's possible. Has there ever been a case where the same lottery numbers have come up more than once? Let me see. I'm going to look that up. Let's take a peek. Alright, so in July 26th of this year, when I looked it up, apparently a repeat had happened. The winning numbers 7, 10, 11, 13, 24, Powerball 24. It's not the first time this happened, but it's definitely not common. The last repeat numbers occurred in Saturday, May 20, 2023. Before that, it was October 31st, 2022, with the numbers appearing, with number 13 appearing twice. Wait, what? Oh, this is not what I wanted. Hold on. That is not answering the question I asked. That's something totally different. Here's a crazy story from October. Same New York lottery numbers drawn twice in one day. Wow. And yeah, I like the Rayman games. 7, Julian. Yeah, I don't see anything about repeat numbers. Like any data on it. I'm sure it's happened though. It has to have happened at some point. But the likelihood of that is super low. I appreciate the kind words, Les. I'm wishing you the absolute best. I'm from New Zealand. I'm another shock she didn't win. I was hoping to guess which draw. There's not been many big wins. It was from like a month ago. Yeah, it's such a shame. Thanks for the membership, Dino. And thanks for the 20 gifted members, King. Thanks again, man. How much would it cost to buy every possible outcome in the lottery? I looked that up. There is data on it. It's an incredibly high number. But the biggest thing actually isn't buying every number. Let's assume you had the wealth for it. Here. The biggest problem is you would have an incredibly difficult time locating the ticket with the winning numbers on it because you'd have so many tickets. The Mega Millions and Powerball lotteries in the US can have jackpots that exceed $1 billion. And each lottery has odds about 1 in 300 million, and each ticket costs $2. Theoretically, you could buy all combinations of numbers for 600 million and guarantee that you will win $1 billion for a profit of 400 million. Wait, but you already know that's not how it works, which they're about to get into. So 600 million to buy every combination. The reason you don't actually profit is because there's tax on it. So if you win $1 billion, you keep, I think, 300 million. So you would have lost 300 mil through this. Mr. Beast did something similar. He bought scratch-offs, but he didn't make money. He lost money. He had some winners, sure, but he still ended up losing more than he won. 70%. I think so. Did I get the math wrong? Let me double check. I'm pretty sure if you win $1 billion, you keep about 330 million. Oh, this says 292 million you keep, but that seems too low. If a winner emerges from Wednesday, they'll have the option to choose between $1 billion spread out across 30 years or a lump sum of $516 million. The lump sum will face the mandatory federal tax withholding of 24%, leaving the winner $392 million. And depending on the winner's taxable income, their winnings could drop to as low as $325 million. So yeah, you'd lose money if you bought every possible combination. Thanks to the membership, T-Boy. $325 million is still good. Hey, she ain't bad, but the reason we're talking about that is because we were looking up how much it would cost to buy every combination, and it's roughly $600 million. So you'd lose money. You'd lose a lot of money. But again, the biggest problem wouldn't even be the money in this case. You would never find the winning ticket with the numbers on it because you'd have too many. Oh, another great point. Also, more than one person can win, and then you'd have to split it further. So yeah, you would just lose money. A ton. You're so wrong. I am looking at the numbers. What are you talking about? What am I wrong about? What? It's all right here on what you take home on a $1 billion win. Let's just assume you get the lump sum, and for some reason they say, you know what? Listen here, Bubba. I'm not taxing that. Uncle Sam said, you keep that $516 million, not subject to tax. You'd still lose $100 million. So if you buy all the combinations here, you would need the jackpot to be well north of $1 billion, because $1 billion wouldn't be enough to cover what you spent, depending on country. What are you arguing? We're talking about the Powerball. Who are you arguing with? It's not even pertinent to what we're discussing. Not every country taxes like the U.S. No shit! We're talking about the U.S.? Alright. Checkmate. You got me. We have to remember, this doesn't apply to other countries, so I'm wrong. Thanks to the membership, Squid. We were talking about New Zealand before. Yeah, and then we looked up how much it would cost to buy every possible combination for the Powerball. Because we looked up, have numbers ever repeated themselves? We went through many things. What is going on with is this why everyone's so afraid of like an emergency alert text message tomorrow? The conversation has evolved. Thanks to the membership, Venturing, and the membership, X-Men. Oh, let me look one more thing up real quick in relation. Okay, yeah, there's still nothing on it if any numbers repeated themselves. Now that I brought it up again, I wanted to check one more variation of typing it in. Holy shit. That's a crazy story, Irresponsible. Never heard of that guy before. Thanks for the big drop. What a maniac. Thanks, Dayrider. Appreciate the 10. You covered that already? Oh, sorry, I didn't read the end of it. Yeah, I made a whole video on that guy. Sorry, I just saw the first part. Yeah, I made a whole video on that guy. I can't remember his name now. During the reenactment, he bought another ticket and then won twice. It was this guy from Australia. I didn't see the last part of the message. It was cut off. Bill Morgan. He had multiple near-death experiences, but he didn't fall out of a plane. I don't remember anything about that. It's been a while since I made that video, but I don't remember him falling out of a plane. You ever played Little Big Planet 2? I mean, a long time ago. I don't know about that horror. He's talking about Frayne Selleck. It's a different guy. I don't know, Frayne Salak. Was known for his unverified depictions about frequent brushes with death. Oh, I do know this guy then. Wait, is this the guy who said his car like blew up in his face? He was riding a train through a cold, rainy canyon. Train flew off the tracks, crashed into a river. Unknown person pulled Selleck to safety while 17 passengers drowned. Suffered a broken arm and hypothermia. Next year, his first and only plane ride, blown out of a malfunctioning plane door, landed in a haystack. Crashed, killing 19 people. There's no records of a plane crash in 1963. Yeah, I know this guy. I can't remember what channel it was, but they made a great video on him. None of this was ever really verified, from what I recall. This being the biggest red flag. Superland speedrun? I've never heard of that. I can look it up, though. In 2009, the Bulgarian lottery had the same 6 numbers drawn in consecutive weeks. Sounds like weighted balls. Foul play there. There's the odds of that happening 6 times in a row? No chance. And that's very vague, Cola. It happens all the time, unfortunately. No, he meant the same 6 numbers twice. Oh, gotcha. Even still. The odds of that are extraordinarily low. Thanks for the membership, Daniel. And thanks, Daniel. Does the IRS take Americans' lottery winnings if they owe? The IRS collects on literally everything. What do you mean if they owe? Like the whole lump sum? No, it'll just be what they owe.
Drive back home.
Okay. We'll briefly talk about it. The guy from yesterday, the dating coach alpha male, made a response. I usually don't bother, but this one had me giggling, so I'll talk about it a little bit. I'll slap around here in the cesspool for a moment. Thanks to Tier 1 Chaos and the 5 gift subs Sailor. Because this is a response I would have never predicted in 1,000 years. This is truly a unique one.
Got an hour and a half left. Well, actually, hour and a half, 2 hour drive back home. And I was going to make this video when I get back home, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to do it now. This creator made a video about me. He has 14.9 million followers. This is a big fish, so I'm not even going to return fire and mock him like he mocked me. There's plenty of material, but we're going to skip that. Anyways, here's...
You shouldn't have skipped that. That's like the most important part. You should have absolutely started mocking me. You said there was plenty of material. Why not have used it? Immediate fumble there. Also, 20 seconds to explain that you were going to do this at another time and then decided not to, so you're doing it now. You could have just started with some mocking insults there. Rookie. Absolute rookie. Not an alpha.
Here's the interesting thing. This is what we're going to do with this guy. But if you're watching this, if you sign my NDA that I have my $3,000 a month client sign, I will show you what I show them, which is just the massive abundance. Because you said I didn't get women and I don't get models and stuff like that. And I'm going to just show you. I'm just going to open my entire world to you. And after your brain's done melting, what you have to do after is compose yourself and then make a video about the fact, like apology, and saying, I'm sorry, I was incredibly wrong and I didn't know what I was talking about.
Do you not know how an NDA works, Dom? I mean, of course not. With your team of lawyers, you can't be bothered understanding the law. An NDA would prevent me from talking about what I experienced. If you had me sign an NDA and showed me your harems, I wouldn't be able to talk about them or I'd be sued. I'd be breaking the NDA, you fucking degenerate. Of course, this is all a bunch of gobbledygook. This man, he's just throwing out terms I don't think he understands at all. Why the fuck would you want me to sign an NDA for that? Wouldn't you want to be flexing that? Because you do everywhere else. Why would you want to flex it in person? Why would I need to sign into secrecy for your fucking cult? That wouldn't make any sense. You would want me talking about it. Is this the same guy who said never take a girl's rejection? You're putting words in his mouth. He said you don't have to accept a girl's rejection. Thanks for the 5 gift subs, George. Or the 5 gifted members, George. But he also said, I said that he doesn't get women and models. Shit, I didn't say that. When did I say you don't get women? I'll say it now because I know you don't get women. I can tell you are not mastering the female mind. You haven't mastered the female anything or experienced it. Now I'll say it. I didn't say it then. I was just making fun of you because your advice is super stupid. But I didn't say it then. I didn't say you don't get models. In fact, I even said you probably had a threesome with some models right before recording one of your videos about how you should put a finger with a glove inside of a woman and rake her. Like, I mean, I said you probably just finished with models. The man's fighting ghosts. Let's read some stones. I'm gonna give sub Paul. Did he mean a dishwashing glove? I'm assuming he meant like a surgeon's glove. I don't know. It's hard to know for sure. As a woman, rake? Yeah, why are you acting so surprised? He knows better than you. He knows your body better than you know it. What? You're a woman. Come on, you can't. Alpha Dom knows you better than you know you. Please don't try and poke holes in his sexual logic. Are you out of your mind? Jesus Christ, that's insulting. Dom, don't worry, I've got you covered. Here's the membership cipher. And the resub Deathlord. I also love the fantasy that he's locked himself in, like the Narnia he's trapped his brain in, where he thinks that by showing me women in his life, I'm going to have a psychotic break. Like, I'm going to melt down upon seeing this Redditor with women. Yeah, and once his mind's done fucking melting, he's gonna have to give me all of these updoots and gold all of my karma. Yeah, just make sure you sign my NDA first. It's a resub, Katie. Oh, absolutely. AI shit like that's going to be huge in a couple of years.
Alpha Dom is absolutely fucking amazing at getting women, and I have seen it firsthand now. But yeah, that's the deal. Can you do that? I'm just wondering. If you're one of his subscribers and you're swarming my TikTok or YouTube account, go tell him. Also, dude, go if you want to get in contact with me, because my DMs are like fucked up, and there's very rare chance I'm going to see you in the comments. Hit me up on Telegram. Telegram's in my TikTok bio. AlphaDom1C. There you go. See you soon.
Thanks for the tutorial on how to find you, bub. This TikTok was his whole reaction. Yeah, one of the biggest eye-opening things here is that he said some of his clients spend $3,000 and have to sign an NDA to see his life. If that's not the most pathetic thing I've ever heard online, I don't know what is. I don't think anyone is paying him $3,000, but he's really trying to make it seem like they are. $3,000 to not even get real advice or anything, and you sign an NDA to watch him allegedly get women. Is there a worse existence? Jarvis Johnson bought his course to try it. When? Wait, Jarvis Johnson bought the Alpha Dom go to jail method? When? Thanks for the membership rage. Oh, a day ago. Wait, you're right. Oh, wait, that's fire. I'll have to check that out. I considered it for a minute, but I really didn't want to spend $197 on it. Like, I'm all for wasting money on stupid shit for the sake of content, but giving it to this guy who's like the fucking Discord mod embodiment is just not worth it. But I'm glad someone took the bullet. I'll check that out to see what the conclusion he drew was. The NDA is so you can't tell anyone you got scammed. I'm assuming that's probably what it's for his $3,000 pay piggies. Like, that's the idea behind it, would be my guess. I'll definitely have to watch Jarvis take the... Actually, hold on. Let me take a little dive in here. When does he buy it? So he's going through the TikToks here. This is him in his leather jacket. This is him in pussy slaying demon mode. If you see him wandering around town like this, hide your mom, hide your girlfriend, hide your sister, because none of them are safe. Wait, what is this? Oh, here we go. Here's where he buys it.
Is charging $197.
Thanks to Prime Luke.
This is a sham. This is a scam. I recorded all of this criticism under the impression that he was charging $10, which I thought was too much for his class. Please check your email for the registration link. If you can't find it, check your spam folder. I have not received
$10. You think he's going to give you the Krabby Patty secret formula to slaying any amount of pussy you want, Jarvis? Are you out of your mind? He's giving you a great deal at $197 for the keys to the kingdom.
Email. Wow. He was in my spam folder. He knew.
Thanks to
He
tier
was like,
one
I know what I am.
Or
I'll
Mitski.
show up in your spam. So, I felt on the fence about talking about this guy because of the size of his actual audience. He is almost definitely inflating the size of his
Don't be
Module
afraid.
2.
He's a scammer.
Module
Here we
3,
go.
body language, pacifying behavior, nerves and anxiety, vocal tone, emotional intelligence, cocky funny why it works, cocky funny how to use it, hoflation.
Hoflation is the belief that when your grandmother or grandfather or great grandfather or great grandmother were younger and they met, he had to work way less than you have to work today in order to get a girl that's 4 times less than what your great grandmother.
Hold on.
That's a lot of yeah. Well, wait, I gotta process that as well. That's a lot of algebra he's doing there. He needs to break down the honomics a little bit better. He's using advanced calculus. Christ, man. I graduated with a human science degree, not mathematics. I wasn't ready for that one.
There's more math than I was expecting. Let me take some notes. 4 times less. You have to work 4 times harder.
This is how I'm gonna blow the lid off this in front of you right now. Okay, this is how you know this is a beta wussy porn me saying.
Okay.
The word work is in it.
Okay. Work is for pussy.
The complaint is you have to work 4 times harder. Men are too worried about putting work in. Obviously you're here. Obviously you're watching the course, so you're a little bit different.
Yeah, you're a little bit... That's my reaction as well. You're a little bit more pathetic. You spent $197 on it. You definitely are a little bit different. You're much more hopeless. Maybe work should be viewed a little bit differently if you're in this course. Thanks, membership body farm.
I'm a little bit different. Thank you. Hoflation is good.
You can be massively different if you apply it, though.
Thanks to tier 1 mad.
The fucking 1% club that I'm in.
What club is that? That he has 6 girlfriends that he dominates or whatever? I am single, so I do need to... I guess I should take better notes.
So that's the big discrepancy. It's not that all women are bad. It's just that girls are looking for the best that they can get.
And that's alpha dom. Yeah, it's clearly.
Did I get it? Do I pass?
Yeah, no, that's the
Best I can
lesson.
get. And it's this guy. And that's why I'm single. I think I figured it out. We're all in a day's work.
Yeah, they just keep choosing alpha dom over me. Fuck, I'm
These
hopeless.
girls that had everything paid for them. Their husband was disconnected and working
Thanks,
all the
recent
time. And
Matrix.
he's like, oh, I'm providing for her. And the girl leaves.
And that's on the news. Local woman leaves man who was giving her everything. More at 11.
Your focus.
So how does this
more on
time?
creating
Man, I don't
emotions
care
and
about the
feelings in her
hoflation anymore.
than
How do I get laid all the
trying to buy
time?
her.
You have to create...
How do I get 100,000 Tinder matches like alpha dom? Learning about hoflation's not getting me there. Give me the secrets. Where's the infinity stones of vagina?
That has offended them.
So the videos are highly edited.
Thanks to resub bits
you can
and
tell
spud.
that a lot of work really went into the production, which makes your $10 really feel like it was well spent. I'm going to pay again, actually. I'm going to sign up for a second round. I flub lines all the time, by the way.
Thanks, membership
I
Joker.
just cut them out, but there's no editing done in these videos. So it's a glorified stream that's been cut into parts and sold for $10. You get much more value on the Sad Boys Patreon.
That's $197.
which is available for as low as $5, and we put an hour-long episode out every week. We've put out 55, as of the recording of this, 55 episodes of Sad Boys Nights. We will not teach you about hoflation. We will not.
Oh, he doesn't go through the rest of it. Damn. He paid for it, and Jarvis is keeping all the sacred wisdom to himself. He's using Module 4 right now with body language pacifying behavior. Damn! Damn! It's just out of reach! What the fuck is this? BL. Feet and Legs Part 2. I'm assuming body language, feet and legs Part 2. The fuck kind of body language are you doing with your feet and legs? The only body language I can even think of for that is if you cross your legs because you have to pee real bad. The fuck out, what do I need to learn there? Thanks, Resub Jingle Bug. No, YouTube's glitched. Yeah, YouTube's still down right now. Just buy it already. Man, fuck that. I'm not gonna bother. Especially now that I've seen it's just more of his TikTok videos that he puts behind a paywall. What the fuck is the point? I'll just wait for him to put them on his TikTok and giggle at him there. Or I guess pay $3,000 to sign an NDA so he can show me all of his 100,000 Tinder women and the 1,000 of women, the 1,000 women he fucks every month or whatever. Hey, congrats on the Vorkov pet. It's huge. You might be onto something with that, Ram. Yeah, true. Thanks, Resub Serotonin. Why doesn't he have any women vouch for him? It is interesting how he has 1,000 women that he's piping on the daily, basically, but there's only one girl he ever posts about on his TikTok. That is odd. Guy like this can't be tied down to one girl. He's made that very clear. But he has everyone sign NDAs, so they're not allowed to talk about him. That's probably why. Thanks, Resub Jim. Thanks, Resub Triflix. Yeah, I know, Beast. It is very odd. It's just a really successful, lucrative money-making method. But it's weird because usually people that look like him aren't the ones that's peddling this. It's usually people that like are in good shape and at least pretty good looking for the most part. He's really breaking new ground. Good for him. He's saying, look, I might be in charge of 50 different subreddits, but on the side I'm fucking women. I promise. Now give me money and I'll teach you how. True, Doomed. And that is very true, Deep State. Hey, nice. That's fucking awesome, Zach. Isn't this guy breaking the NDA? Jarvis? No, he signed up for, like, the starter course. Basically going bowling with the bumpers up when it comes to getting women with the Alpha Dom course. So he didn't have to sign an NDA. But if you want the $3,000 premium Ham Steamers Society badge, that's when you sign the NDA. The sad part about this is how many young guys who are insecure actually believe him. Yeah, I do wonder how many fall for this scam from this guy in particular, though. I feel like it's probably not that many in comparison to things like, Jesus, a modern-day Night Project and things like that. Or like even just like the more general alpha males you see all the time on Twitter. This guy he does not look the part, and he doesn't say the right things either. He's too noticeably dweeby. Thanks, Resub Oyster. I really don't want anonymous background info on this guy. I really don't care that much. I just laugh at what he posts. I don't need to know his SAT scores. I don't need his life story. I know he got divorced because for some reason he was talking about it like it was a good thing, but I don't care. I really do not. They threw for content. Yeah, I don't know how knowledgeable all of you are on the actual OJ trial. The prosecution has to be the worst in American legal system history. Holy shit, it's bad. One of the like cornerstones of their prosecution was Detective Furman. And he went on, like, while testifying, he was asked, have you ever said the N-word? Like, have you ever said the N-word? Multiple times. And he's like, no. And if anyone ever says I said the N-word, they're a liar. And then they eventually had him back on, and he's caught on tape saying the N-word 41 times, and even says that this is in the tape. He says that they're, like, instructed to brutalize black people and plant evidence. And it's all on tape. So it immediately threw away everything Furman said and changed the entire landscape of that trial. And then, when they realized that he was fucking fumbling, they told him that he has the right to plead the fifth. So what he did is he would just say, I plead the fifth to everything. And the defense caught on to that, so what they did is they played into it very sneakily. Since he mentioned the planting evidence thing, they told him while he was doing this plead the fifth arc, they asked him, is it possible you planted evidence at O.J. Simpson's house? And he said, I plead the fifth. which to any sensible person looks very guilty and suspicious. It's fucked. It was so fucked. They blew that case. I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know that whole part with Furman. But oh my god. That guy was unbelievable. Thanks, membership moldy. Yeah, prosecution had the easiest W ever and completely fucked it. It was unreal. It was unreal. He's now a regular courtroom analyst on Fox News. No, Furman? No shot. No shot. You're making a joke. That has to be some kind of joke, right? I haven't looked into what Furman's doing in recent years, but there's no way. This is one of the dumbest men I've ever read about. Well, and he's also just like a racist piece of shit, too. On top of all of that. There's no way he would actually be some kind of, like, figure in any industry right now. This man had to have just disappeared. Thanks, Resub Toxic. Let's see. I'm just on his Wikipedia. He wrote a book. Of course he did. Oh my god. Furman is a forensic and crime scene expert for Fox News and has been a frequent guest of Fox commentator Sean Hannity. He was also the host of the Mark Furman Show on KGA AM in Spokane. That's unbelievable. That is fucking crazy. Thanks, Resub Scary. I don't know if they changed the voice or not, Gareth. I couldn't tell you. And yeah, I know Keanu's voicing Shadow. Thanks, Resub Smokey. Wow. Wow. That blew my mind. That actually blew my mind. I'm unfamiliar with that story, Monty. I can look into it though. One of the jury members said they knew O.J. was guilty, but said he was innocent as revenge for Rodney King. Yeah, that video is also very infamous. Thanks, Taylor. The whole world knew O.J. was guilty, but the handling of the case from the prosecution did no favors for it. It was the most mishandled case I've ever read about. It's unbelievable how fucking awful it was. They really blew it. Thanks, membership, Paul. Wasn't the glove bit stupid too? OJ barely tries to put the damn thing on. Even aside from all the obvious stuff with the glove, I didn't know this. The idea to put the glove on was actually the prosecution's. So what happened is Darden, who was on the prosecution side, wanted to have OJ put the glove on to show that he could wear the glove. And then I think it was Shapiro from the defense team. He went into the evidence room, which I would think would be a crime, and he himself tried the glove on and recognized that it kind of fit his hand, and his hands were noticeably smaller than OJ's. So he knew if they would actually go through with that idea of having him try on the glove, it wouldn't work. So he then, the defense team, like taunted Darden, prodded him into going through with that idea of having him try on the glove in front of the jury. And then he tries to put the glove on and he goes, "Too tight." And they're like, "Uh-oh. If the glove doesn't fit, you must acquit." It was actually the prosecution's blunder on that. There's a popular theory OJ purposely didn't take his arthritis medication to swell up his hand so the glove wouldn't fit. I don't know that one. I think the one that we were talking about on the red thread is the one that I think is the official declaration on it, that the gloves were shrunk because of all of the blood on them. So it shrunk the fabric. But even then, it's not like it was way too tight for his hands or anything. It was just like marginally not able to fit. So just like the shrinkage was enough. Hey, well, congratulations. I hope it continues well. I'm wishing you the best on your sobriety journey. Yeah, crazy though. Absolutely crazy trial. The Red Thread episode will be up in a couple days. It was so much deeper than I knew about. I hear O.J. Simpson's Broncos being sold. Is it? For how much? And by who? Ford Bronco used in the O.J. Simpson car chase ready to sell. They want at least $1.5 million. Who has it? The infamous white Ford Bronco carrying O.J. Simpson in a low-speed chase across L.A. after the murder of his ex-wife and her friend may finally be up for sale. Former agent Michael Gilbert. Huh. Who's going to pay $1.5 million for a car used in a crime? Who would be the client for that? Thanks, Risa Braun and Bong. And hi, June. Someone will. Jay Leno. Jay Leno does love cars, but I feel like this one's not. I don't know. I don't think it's going to sell. It's been on loan to the Alcatraz East Crime Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee since 2016. Was $750,000. This is the offer, that is, by the way. So they do have offers, I guess. I did not see that, Waddle. It was on Pawn Stars 2. Rick and Chum Lee drove in it. O.J. Simpson's Bronco was on Pawn Stars? Wow. Cool. Can't. It'll get flagged on YouTube. I couldn't watch it. If you had to convince the world that OJ didn't do it, how would you do it? Oh, nowadays, it'd be so easy. You just play into everyone's irrational, illogical hatred of anything official. So I'd be like, this is a deep state frame job. They're trying to hide the truth and frame an innocent man because he was looking behind the curtain at all the woke mind virus victims. And I'd have people eating out of the fucking palm of my hands on Twitter. It's so free. Probably not the jury, dude. Oh yeah, probably not the jury. I'm talking more from a public perception. That's how I'd have people believe it. All you have to do is just play into that. And then I'd bring up like pseudo-religious stuff. Have you seen the video of O.J. Simpson pretending to stab someone as a prank? Yeah. He did that to the interviewer. She said, like, O.J. had a little surprise for me, and, like, she opened her, I think it was her hotel door, and he's there, and he just goes, ha, 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 laughing at her. It was diabolical. Do you think O.J. did it? Is that even a real question? Beyond a single shadow of a doubt, O.J. did it. Yeah. Everyone knows, the whole world knows. There's not a... When we did the Red Thread episode on it today, Isaiah brought up a great fucking point. So, usually in a case where someone gets, like, acquitted, right, of murder, an investigation continues to find out, well, who the fuck did it then? When O.J. was acquitted, they never once went back to try and find the murderer. That should tell you all you need to know.